Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if you're new. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing another episode of my coloring updates. And if you're new to my channel, it's basically a video where I kind of show you all kind of things that don't really belong in other videos, just for some inspiration for coloring. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. So I was asked a couple of times if I could do a video showing how I fix pages. And so I'm going to show something kind of like that in this clip where I picked a page a long time ago in one of these in Romantic Country, the second tale. And I just did basically like two colors. These are my Winsor Newton watercolors. I moved them to here. Oh, some of them are they're kind of move around sometimes, but basically I picked just a green for the entire like section, and then I did the whole sky with like this kind of blue. And I said, oh, I'll just base it and then I'll go on top one day later. And I was a little stuck with that for a while. So I thought I would show you how now I am going in and kind of fixing it a little bit, going on top, making it better. So that's what I'm going to show you in right now. Right over here, I just wanted to show you, you know, how a page, you know, how it kind of has an ugly phase. Like this is a page that I based some watercolor in and I never went back to it. So I just added some blades of grass. Well, actually, first I went over the watercolor with some Neocolor to add more color variation. And then I added blades of grass on top, and I will do more here as well. And now I am going over this green with like this, this is called olive brown, to give it a different color than the grass a little bit here. So I hoping that will make it a little bit different. And I like the layering because I have green and then I added a little yellow spots here and there. And now I'm going over with this olive brown. So that is what I'm doing. And this is Romantic Country, the second tale. And what I'm planning to do next is to darken the sky up here and make this a little lighter. So color variation in the sky. And I'll do the balloons, you know, here and there every time when I kind of feel like it, I'll take it out and do one or two balloons. So this part I am speeding up for you guys just so you can kind of see a little bit of the process. And all I'm doing here is that since the sky is completely just based with one color of a watercolor, blue, I want to add more color variation to the sky. So I'm going to make it darker on the top and lighter in the bottom. So right now I'm using my Neocolor 2s on top there. I used a dark blue. This is the second blue that I'm using, second darkest, and I'm going over the darkest. So every time you switch to another color, go over the previous color, all the previous colors before it. And that'll help your gradient look so much better. And that's the case not just with Neocolor 2s, with any water-soluble like pencil, crayon, media. It's just a good idea because it's kind of layered. It's a layered effect. Now I'm adding a little bit of white, Neocolor 2 to the bottom just to lighten it up. And I'm going to use like the cream. It's kind of like white with a little bit of yellow in it. I believe it's called cream, the color itself. And that area, I don't know why I went up that high with that color. I probably shouldn't have, but the bottom part of the horizon, it's perfect for that. So now I'm taking another blue, a little bit lighter, and just adding it to the gradient a little bit. And then after that, I'll activate. So, and you don't have to use Neocolor 2. You could use any water-soluble media, pencils on top of a watercolor, or there are other watercolor crayons that are soluble that are cheaper. I think Lyra has one. Now I'm activating. So I'm using a bigger brush here. This brush is just actually a really cheap brush. It comes in a set. They're called Nick Pro. just a really good set of watercolor brushes. I was surprised for $9. I got like 10 brushes that were really good. I'll try to remember to leave a link. If I don't, just remind me in the comments and I'll leave the link. Sometimes I forget to leave these links, so just remind me. But yeah, I'm just using one of the bigger brushes from that set, the Nick Pro watercolor brushes, to activate the sky. And as you could see, it already is starting to look much better because there's that color variation in the sky. And usually, in many cases, the sky, when you're looking at the horizon, the darker part is on the top of the sky and lighter in the bottom. Not always, but in many cases, yeah, that's the case. So I want to show you another page where, and I will show you what this book is later on in the video if you're wondering, but I wanted to show you a page where I just based the entire sky with a blue color. And what I'm going to do now, it looks okay, you know, and I could add a little bit of darker here if I wanted at the horizon, but instead I'm going to make it darker on the top, like I did in that other page. Now, I could use any pencil. I could do it with pencil. In this case, I'm actually going to do it with, just to make my life a little bit easier, with my Inktense pencils. So I have two blues here. This one is a little darker than this. I have Peacock and Lapis. Lapis is from the new colors, if you're wondering. But I'm just going to do a little bit darker on the top, on top of the alcohol marker. And you can put Inktense and watercolors on top of alcohol marker. The alcohol marker is not going to move, unlike water-based markers. So I like to use Inktense for shading on top of alcohol marker. I need to make a video about that, actually, which I will do hopefully in the future. I have so many ideas for videos, but like not enough time. So all I'm going to do is a little bit here of the Peacock blue. And you're going to see how it will make the sky just a little bit nicer. Gives it a little more interest, and like it's just going to make the picture a little nicer than just, you know, leaving it just blue, like one color of blue. Now I'm going to take the Lapis and I'm going to do a little bit on top here. I'm not being very precious about it, as you can see, because it's going to be activated with water. I'm going to try not to use too much water because this paper it's nice, but it's not like super thick, so I don't want to use too much water, but it's just going to make it, I think it's going to look better. All right, so let me get my water brush here. Maybe I'll use this size. So I'm going kind of like section by section and slowly diluting the pigment. See, as I go down, and to create like a nice smoother gradient. That's okay that I went a little bit on top. It always happens in videos because I'm not, my head is not as close to the thing because of the camera. And I'm speeding up a little because I'm filming. So I always go out of the lines when I'm on camera, but that's okay, whatever. So yeah, look how easy that is. I mean, I could have done it with pencils, but I think it looks just a little bit better like this with the Inktense. So you see how all I did was make the top of the sky a little bit darker, and it already looks like much better. What do you guys think? Oops, let me move it in frame. Yeah, so I wanted to show that to you, just another example. And then I'll show you this book later on in the video. The next clip is from this book, Midwinter Magic. And I'm going to be showing you how there was a day where I kind of just went through here and just did water-based markers and gel pens, like just bright gel, just straight coloring. So I did straight coloring, and in this clip, I'm going to be showing you how after you do that, you can actually go and make it a little bit better, make it with, so you'll see that with my black Prismacolor. So I'm going to show that to you right now. So what you're seeing now, I want you guys to just take a look and see how adding just a black pencil can make such a difference in the depth. So right now, the trees just look flat. You can't really see is one in front, is one in back. You can't really see that because it's just straight coloring, most of it. I do have a couple of trees where I did some watercolor pencils, so there's some gradients, but a lot of those are just straight coloring with water-based markers and gel pens. So right now I am taking my black Prismacolor, and you don't have to take the Prismacolor. You can use any black pencil. You can even use like a black marker, whatever. But the black, I like the black Prismacolor is my go-to because it is soft and my wrist hurts right now, so, and it adds so much pigment without pressing that hard, so it's my go-to. But any black pencil, and I'm just going around the trees to make them pop and make them look like they're one in front of the other, like giving it like a 3D effect. I hope you can kind of see that as you're watching the clip. I am also going on the designs and giving them a little bit of depth, making them pop a little, and it's just with the black Prisma. It's so easy. So just take a look there, and some of the places that I add black I didn't even color yet, but that's okay because I know that once I color it, it's gonna look even better with the black. So that's all I'm doing. So if you have a page where you just have straight coloring, try taking a black pencil, just going around and add shading. Look at where I'm adding the black pencil. If you notice, add some shading to, it really gives it so much. It gives it that extra oomph, you know what I mean? And so that's all I want to show you kind of like in this clip. And you can see here I'm doing it in one of the trees in the little designs to make it pop even more. So see how now they kind of look, there's more depth and they look like one tree is in front of the other. So that is kind of like what I wanted to show you there. Next clip is from Garden Enchantments, and I'm going to be showing you how I use my acrylic paint pens to cover lines. And you can also use, I also use my gel pens. These are pretty opaque. The Jelly Roll Moonlight and all the Jelly Rolls are pretty opaque. Either this or the metallic ones, or the kind of matte, these are more matte, kind of like acrylic. So I'm going to use that to kind of cover the lines and show you a couple of things in here. So I'm just showing you the some not alcohol, acrylic paint pens. And these are just cheapo ones from Amazon, but I've had them for a long time and they work really nicely. I would say they're kind of like the Ohuhu acrylic paint pens are amazing. So it's kind of like similar to that, basically. But basically what I want to show you here is that I'm using the green acrylic paint pen to cover the lines, and I use a darker green, a lighter green, and I'm using my red. I just kind of wanted to show you what a difference it makes when you have straight coloring in your page. In this particular page, I did a lot of straight coloring with water-based markers and gel pens. And one of the ways to kind of jazz it up is to cover the black lines. It makes it look so much better. I don't know. Tell me what you think. You can kind of see here, look at the difference and tell me what you guys think. Does it make it, for me, it makes a big difference. I like it. And just brings it to the next level. It's also fun and therapeutic. So I'm also enjoying, covering the black lines is a lot of fun. especially if your paint pen or whatever material you're using is good. If it's a good quality, if it's working well, it should be enjoyable. So I am just showing you how I cover the black lines. I am doing a little bit of gel pen work here, and you can see I'm using different colors. These gel pens I am trying to use up. I've had them forever. They're the AEN Art gel pens. So here I could show you, I don't know if you could see here, but these leaves are covered, they cover the line with the acrylic paint pen, and these are not. But I'm telling you, it really brings it to the next level. See here, I cover the lines, and it just makes it look so much better. Like, for example, look at this leaf. This has no lines covered, and even if I added, you know, the colors here, it wouldn't be as nice as these where I covered it. You know what I mean? See the difference? These two leaves are not, the lines are not covered. So I feel like it's something easy to do and it adds a lot. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. What do you guys think? In this page, I added, because I felt like there was going to be too many greens. So I added pink, pink leaves. And I think pink goes nicely with green. What I was saying, and it kind of cut me off in the voiceover, is that I am trying to use up these AEN Art gel pens. I've had them for a long time, and it's a shame to throw them out because they still work. So in my book that I'm just doing straight coloring a lot and just coloring whatever I want, I am trying to use up my gel pens. So it's easy to take to bed. Like I have them marked by color with rubber bands. And it's easy to take to bed. Just take your book to bed. And let me show you the pouch. Hang on. Here is my pouch. Let me go out a little bit. And I have them just grouped by number. These are gel pens. Whoops, that's not supposed to be in there. These are gel pens that I'm trying to use up. So I could take this to bed and just work on random pages and just have mindless coloring with these. So I think that's something fun to do. I just wanted to show you guys. So speaking of taking gel pens to bed and coloring anything in the book, a bunch of you told me that you really like the idea of taking a book and making the entire book a whip so you could just color anything in the book. And as I mentioned in my last coloring updates, that I kind of got that inspiration from A Cluttered Life, which is a wonderful colorist here on YouTube. And I love her channel so much. There was a video around April. I remember that it was April because I was away from home. I was visiting family, my husband's family. And she kind of mentioned she was flipping through her fairy tales book and saying that, and another book, saying that the entire book is a work in progress. So I will try to find that video by A Cluttered Life and link it below so you guys can check it out and also get inspiration from her. Yeah, I have been continuing with using this as the whole book is like a whip. So I've already started another background here with one of my Ohuhu metallic markers. But I thought it would be cool, because some of you have said that you wanted to try that it would be cool to do a hashtag. Now, I am not a hashtag person at all, as you guys have noticed. I don't create any hashtags. I'm just trying to survive like motherhood and like homeschooling and barely trying to make videos. So I can't keep track of hashtags, and I'm not at all, you know, I don't even go on Instagram that much, as you guys may have noticed. But I thought it would be cool if you have picked a book and you're doing like the whole book as a whip. I thought it would be cool to create a hashtag so I could see like what books you're doing and whatever pages you're doing. So I'm going to create a hashtag entire book whip. And if you're on Instagram, tag me or put that in your little post so I could see it. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. And like I said, I'm not a hashtag person, but I thought that would be fun. So let's do entire book whip. And big shout out to Cluttered Life because I got the inspiration from one of her videos. So yeah, I thought that would be fun to do. Okay, and if you're new to my channel and you have no idea what I'm talking about, all I am talking about is taking a book A pretty simple book that you just go through and color whatever you want. You don't necessarily finish a page right away. So like right here, all I felt like doing at night when I was in bed is just taking one color, one of my metallic markers, and just doing the background. So it's basically a book where you go through and color anything and anything, whatever you want, and the entire book is a whip, and you will finish some pages quicker than others, but it's okay, no pressure. And you just kind of like have fun. So if you didn't see my last coloring update, that's what I am referring to. Another exciting thing that I want to tell you guys about is, check this out. Artex actually contacted me. Now, I don't have in my videos, I don't leave like a business email for business inquiries or anything like that. I'm just kind of barely making videos. I'm not very organized on that. But anyway, but somehow they found me on Instagram, and they, Artex and Ohuhu just found me and told me that they really like my videos. I'm so honored by that. Wow. And they wanted to send me the pencils. Now, as you guys, some of you that have watched my channel know that I tried the 72 set of Artex, and I got probably a bad batch. I got them because so many people like them and were raving about them. And especially after I saw Inksmith, she had recently got them and loved the creaminess. She said it was close to Prisma. And the ones that I got were very hard and brittle and were just not a good batch. So I returned them, if you remember. They were really bad. So I don't know what happened if I got a bad batch, but a lot of people like these pencils. So I was really excited. I said, maybe one day, I'll try them again. And that day came because they contacted me, and I guess I've arrived, right, guys? If they're sending you free art supplies, maybe it means you've arrived. I don't know. But I was very pleased. So they sent me the 126 set, which I've never tried. So I've been playing around with them. And I took some colors out because I've been using them. So I will be making, hopefully, a color with me video using these. And I do look forward to trying them and experimenting more. So far, I can tell you they are much better than the batch that I had before, the 72 set. These are much softer. They're more waxier, definitely closer to Prisma than the ones that I tried before. It seems like it would be a good budget set, and I feel like, don't quote me yet because I still have to use it, but I feel like it might be a little better than the Brute Fruner squares, which are also really amazing. So I would say that this might be on that level in terms of budget sets. So let's see. So look forward to playing with that, and I hope you guys will, when I do my color with me, check it out. And a big, big thank you to Artex for reaching out to me and for your very, very kind words of support of my channel and for sending me the product. Thank you so much. Okay, another exciting thing that happened recently here is, oh gosh, sorry, my camera. I'm still getting used to my new house. Everything is I don't know where my clothes are. I don't know where this is. I don't know where that is. Just it's so funny how we're creatures of habit, and even the way your house is set up and furniture, if you change things up, it takes time to get used to it. But anyway, something exciting that has been going on is that I got this book. Now, I told myself no more books, but this one I took a chance because I didn't see any flip throughs of this. I didn't know if the quality was going to be. It's actually a big book. This is a normal A4. It's actually a little bit bigger. And the paper is incredible, you guys. This is it's better than Amazon. It's very good paper. It's not as thick as the Creative 6 paper, but it's really nice. Now, this is a book marketed towards kids. It's called Adventures in the Garden by Patricia Zapata. The illustrations are very simple, again, because it is marketed towards children. There aren't that many left, so I don't know if I will do a flip through of this on my channel, but they do. I also saw it on eBay, but they still have a couple left on Amazon, so whoever watches this video, you guys can just see this. I don't know if I'll do a flip through, but that is what it looks like. I just don't want to do a flip through of a book that is difficult to find, So, but yeah, they're very simple images, but very, very cute, like little girls in like a garden, like adorable. So I wanted to show that to you guys, and it's single-sided. Isn't it amazing how like kids' books, they make kids' books such good quality in many cases, and then we get like crap like Coco Wild. And I'm not talking about the images, like the paper. Much better than ours in many cases. And I think I only paid $8 for this, so it was a really good deal. Just want to show that to you, and I think I will use alcohol marker in here. This is going to be a fun, easy book. So Adventures in the Garden, and if I can see that it's available, there's more availability, I'll do a flip through. Otherwise, you guys are the ones that will just see this. And lastly, if you haven't checked out my Color With Me video about a page in this book, where I basically base the entire page with alcohol markers and then I do pencil on top, I think you're really going to like it. So I hope you go check it out if you haven't seen it. So that is all I have for you in today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy your coloring this month and are having fun with it. I hope you try a book where you do the entire book as a whip. I think that'll be a really fun and relaxing project. And have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.